Hello, the Pokemon Fan 1993 here, back more Pokemon TCG live. So we're gonna do some more matches. On ranked, if we choose ranked, we always encounter the same like 3 or 4 decks, such as Lost Box, Charizard EX, uh, Arcanine EX, or the future Pokemon deck. So I tried here earlier to do my camera working, and I can't even input a code because I guess the camera was not letting me do it, so I can't even redeem any of my codes that I have. So that's fun. Let's see. Let me think. Maybe I can buy something real quick. Let's see. No arrivals. What is this? 2,000's a little much. No, I'm not crazy about the battle box. I guess I can't buy much of anything. What's this? What does this include? Well, temporal force. I haven't gotten a lot of these. I don't think. So let's exchange some gems for this. I don't use these gems very often because they're kind of nice. Graffiti EX. Blah. Wow, Toxic throws 180 plus poison. That's actually pretty good. There's its first form, Trudel. Never get the temporal boards. We got Minchino, Rockruff, Mist Energy, Cottony, Metacham, and Iron Thorn's Future, which I already have one. Also trades for 100 credits. Credits can be used for making duplicates of cards that you currently do not have. Throw in another Temporal Forces Electabuzz, Palafin, Salvatore. Hang on, can I read that? It's your deck for one opponent that has no abilities. Lost one of your Pokemon, put on the Pokemon to the wall, but in the shuffle deck. You can use this card on a Pokemon that's put to play this turn. Or you can. Never used to be able to do that. Keldeo, Unpheasant, and Totera EX. Bramblin, Licky, Shaman, Eerie, Pikachu, and Iron Venom, which is another Pokemon I now have 4 of. One more pack left. We have Wiglet, Eerie again, Robusca, Ridiculous, Iron Hands, which I now have one of those of, and Drampa. Because I think I only got one card that was duplicated. 2 cards. It's not too bad. So I can actually check here. Remember how I do this. Yeah, you actually go into your card gallery and you can see what cards you actually have here. So if I click on here, you can actually see all the things. Like, for example, I have 184 out of 182 of Paris Worth, meaning that I've done so many Paris Worth that actually gone into like the extra stuff that they really don't normally include. So I don't need any of those kinds of packs. Let me see if this thing's working now. It might not be. Not Battle Pass. Actually, I do check that at some point, but let me see if it's going to let me redeem it now. No, it's just being it. All right. So last time I believe I only used my electric deck, so this time we're using my water deck. I'll give you guys a quick preview of it. So every rotation I have to edit decks that I use because cards get put out of rotation and they get replaced with even more bullshit cards. So just showing you guys all what I have for this real quick. And we're going to do a couple of casual duels. Or casual matches, I should say. So we have Rourke Sean D with a Mimikyu deck box versus my water deck. All my decks, by the way, are not according to the meta, so you're going to see a lot of combinations you probably normally don't see from other TCG players, unless they actually build their own decks like I do. Then maybe you do see it. By the way, I'm just going to let you guys know, if I ever encounter a lost deck in this when I do these, I'm most likely, unless I have a really good hand, going to forfeit, because for those who know how lost box works, basically what they do is they search their deck constantly throughout the entire turn. And then you can see up here we have a time limit of 25 each. And literally by the time we're done with every match, usually we've wasted like 20 minutes just for them taking turns. You see how long they take on their turn, how long they take on my turn. But there's something else we add here is we can actually see everything that they do. So we start with, he has a knot to a triple strike. 3 coins, Teta Symmetry, heads, okay. So I actually got a really good starting hand. I can't use Iridon on my first turn, but I'm going to put a Water Energy on King V, and I'm going to end my turn. So I'm not familiar with, maybe he's aiming for a Zatu, but I'm not familiar with this kind of deck. Maybe he made his own. So the most he can do with is 30 damage with 1. Okay, so he's going to use a new card called Buddy Poffin, which allows you to search for 2 basic Pokemon, 7 or less HP, and put it on your bench to shuffle your deck. It's a very nice card to use if you're trying to make an evolution deck. I think that was added not that long ago. I think that's, is that TF? Is that, I'm not sure what that really means. TF. Maybe I'll be able to tell you guys. A TF should be in my expansion here on my phone. TF. That's a weird thing. Oh, Temporal Force is what that stands for. So yeah, that is the newest set that he got it from. So now he's going to activate Ultra Ball. He discards 2 cards from his hand and add a Pokemon from his deck to his hand, regardless of what it is. He chose Go. Oh, okay, this is going to be a Golingo deck then. This is going to be a pain in the ass. But I think I can actually do something about that. So he's going to put 1 energy on his Cutiefly, which allows you to heal 10 damage. It must be aiming for its evolved form. He's Golingo, though. Why would he put... Oh, that's right. He needs Steel Energy for Golingo, doesn't he? All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me see what I grab first. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Irida. It allows me to search my deck for a water Pokemon and a water energy and attach it, put them in my hand. So I'm going to choose Kingor VMAX. And then I'm going to choose the item card is going to be Great Ball. So now we're going to play Great Ball. And I get Fione. So we're going to put Fione on the bench. We're going to evolve Kingor into Kingor VMAX. And then we're going to put 1 energy on Fione and use Kingor's Bubbles Gore, which allows me to search my deck for 5 water energy cards and put them in my Pokemon any way they like and shuffle your deck. It's actually a very good combo for a water deck. And I'm surprised they haven't got rid of it yet. At least the VMAX version. So we're going to put 2 on Kingor. And I think that's all we really need. I don't think we need... Oh, do I have to choose? Looks like I have to put Pokemon on or energy on them. That's kind of stupid. You should be able to... You shouldn't have to force yourself to do that, but whatever. Normally, that's not an issue for me, so I don't think I've ever had that happen. But now, I can use his ability, which allows me to do 240 damage for 3 energy, and also it's 30 damage to itself. So, my thought here is to use Boss's Auras right here, which allows me to switch his Gimme-Go out and not have him... Well, he might evolve Gimme-Go into Golingo. Yeah, he does. Okay. So the good news is that if I do this, I can actually inflict... Okay, so he's actually swapping out. Probably for his Golingo. Yeah. So he's going to use the coin bonus to draw 1 additional card. The only issue he's having is he can't attack this turn. But he does have the attack does do more damage with the amount of cards he has in his hand. He's going to use Ultra Ball. If he discards any energy from this, he's an idiot. Because he needs it to make it rain. Unless he's just now using a deck and doesn't know how to use it. That's another possibility. See what he does. But yeah, make it rain requires you to discard basic energy from your hand. If he gets rid of all the energy in his hand, then he can't use the attack regardless. It would do 0 damage. Also, I am trying to figure this out too. Like, I don't know if people aren't. He discarded 2 energy. He's an idiot. I don't know if people like really don't know what they're doing. I guess they had to make it. Maybe there's something discarding. When you get a Pokemon from your deck, if you're not familiar with what you're doing with what you have currently in your hand, then you need to learn how to use your deck better. Okay, what's this now? Once you made the set of basic energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon, you do is energy play, draw 2 cards. Okay, so we can't even do that. So now it's my turn. Okay, so I can draw 3 cards here, but that force him to swap. That gives him more time to set it up. I don't think I can possibly do that. So we're going to actually just going to ignore the attaching energy. It's going to tell me this. And I'm going to go for G-Max Pinsir. The reason I don't get rid of that notification is because I might accidentally do it myself at some point. And if you hit don't show again, I'll never do it again. Meaning I could screw some shit up. Especially when I'm talking like this, I could easily just do something really stupid. Okay, coin bonus, draw 1 card. Wait, what? Oh yeah, he'll draw 2 cards because it's an active spot. So my question is he using Golingo for that ability, or is he actually going to use his attack? Because it seems like he hasn't drawn a single Steel Energy yet. And I think he already put 1 in his graveyard. Yeah, he has 1. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, so he's going to activate Spirit Energy Reveal. He discards 2 cards. What does that allow him to do? 4. So 4. That's only 200 points of damage, though. He still can't do enough damage to me. Before I knock him out anyway. Unless he has another trick up his sleeve. Okay. I was going to do it to draw 2 cards. So he might have... But that gets rid of 1 as basic energy, too. So he's really relying on... So he would have to have, let's see, 5. He's still, even with 250, he still would be able to knock me out. If I get rid of his key card, he might forfeit. That's what a lot of people end up doing. My only real concern is getting rid of gets knocked out. I'm actually kind of in a tight spot because I have no other Pokemon really to go to besides Fione, which is not a very good sub-Pokemon for attacking. You know. Okay, so he's forcing us... He would have been around. Actually, that works out for me, actually. Chances are I'll probably draw a better hand. Yeah, I actually did go draw a better hand. Okay, cool. This is nice. Candace right there is going to be useful, but we have to wait till our turn. So he still needs to discard 6 energy in order for him to knock me out. I guess he's just playing chance now. So I was even so. Let's see, 6. It's still 250. That's still wait 50. Yeah, you have to discard 6 energy. Wait, that's still only 250. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be enough though, unless he's not adding his money right. No, he only did 2. Okay, interesting. Maybe that's all he had. My turn then. So Candace allows me to search the top 7 cards in my deck for any water Pokemon and water energy and add them all to my hand. Not bad. Unfortunately, they're all, except for Kyurem, he's actually an evolution Pokemon, so that's a bit of a problem. However, I can attach 1 energy to Kyurem right now, and then I can use Bubbles or G-Max Pinsir again to knock his Pokemon out. Now, just like with me, he has no really other attacking Pokemon, so I think he relied way too much on luck for this deck of his. Well, I got another Candace too. That's nice. So Candace, I think if they're going to ban any water energy, a water thing, it should be Candace, to be honest with you. Although they probably will never do it because they seem to ban either the most overpowered cards or the most seemingly useless cards when they do this. But I will say that I like the CG better than the Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Digimon combined. Only reason, and it's not because I like Pokemon, it's because I tried to understand Magic the Gathering, and there were 2 cards I just couldn't understand because of how their thing. Yu-Gi-Oh has text that literally you might need a microscope in a few years to even read. And Digimon's kind of like a niche one where you have to like know everything, and then you have to like it's such a weird way to play because when I like the first 4 or 5 matches me and my friends played with it, we didn't understand the rules completely. And I honest with you, it only should take about a couple matches for you to understand mostly about a TCG, and it took us like 4. So I think that's just because it's not descriptive enough. But that's just how I see it. He's gonna have to be energy 300 to get 4 energy back to his hand. But the question is, does he have any use for them? Because he's gonna, Kidfly can use Mini Drain, which is gonna heal damage he doesn't have. But I still don't see a way he's gonna get out of this. So I'm hoping to get either a Quaxley from my Candaskar or Glaceon V, so I can start setting up more Mons to get going. Because I want this Quavicle or this Quavicle in play. This one allows me to attach another base energy from my hand to one of my Pokemon once per turn, which actually does help quite a bit. Okay, he's retreating. I guess he's just getting scared. I guess he's waiting for Cutiefly to evolve. But just like with Xatu, he can attach a second energy if he has one, but he still doesn't have enough attack to use Super Psybolt, which even in that case would still mean that I still don't die. So we got Earthen Vessels. We're gonna play Candace first. There's I got 2 Glaceon out of that. Cool. That's one of the things I wanted. So we're gonna put Glaceon down. We're going to put this on it, and we're going to leave the other Glaceon in our hand for the moment. And we're going to use G-Max Pinsir to knock his Pokemon out, which gives me 1 more prize card. Hopefully this is a Quaxley. Nope, water energy, okay. My immediate Earthen Vessel, I got 5 energies in my hand. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of hint here. If you're going to use a deck, make sure you have sufficient ways to get cards into your hand or on the field like he's doing now, and make sure they're sufficient, because right now he's just been fighting a losing battle. The only thing he did do with it, is he did get rid of my Bossaur, so it might be a bit harder to deal with that later on. The only thing that sucks about a lot of my Pokemon, for example, Kyurem and Glaceon both have a Steel weakness. So what does Tulip do? 400 energy. Okay, so he's going to put energy cards and Pokemon into his hand. So he's going to go most likely for... He can put Gimmighoul in his hand. But I'm going to guess he's going to go for maybe... Okay. I can't even see what he did, because I guess you don't have to show your opponent when that happens. Put another Gimmighoul down. I mean, he might get his Lingo in play by the time the end of this match, but it might be too late. The only issue I have, like I said, is Glaceon has weakness to Steel even when it's V-Star. So that might be a problem down the line. Put the Steel energy on Gimmighoul, and its turn. Draw another water energy that I don't need. Evolve Glaceon to Glaceon V-Star. Put a water energy on Glaceon. Okay, let me think. So, I think just to make sure we're alright, I'm going to use Bubbles Galore this turn. And I'm going to go for, I can only choose 3 Pokemon. Apparently, all the other water energies on my hand, which is funny. So we're going to put a water energy on this one, a water energy on, and 2 water energy on Kyurem so he can use his attack. That ends my turn, but now my bench is more stacked. See, the issue with his cards is, yeah, he did have the Zatu was a good idea, but you need to constantly use it over and over again. And you have to have a second energy in your hand in order to use it. Clairvoyant Sense is going to let me attach a second energy from his hand to his Pokemon and draw 2 cards. Which isn't bad, but if you don't draw Zatu or not to, then you're basically done. And that, I believe that is also... I think that's a... Is that a Radiant card? If that's a... I don't think it's a Radiant card, but if it was, it means you only have one of those in your deck. But I guess you must have multiple. So what's going to happen now? The only thing I think he could do is he could attach an energy to Cutiefly. And he's not. And then I would, if he has the Glingo in his hand, I'd swap to Glingo and then evolve it. Or evolve it, then swap to Glingo, I mean. I'm going to take up the whole match just because of how long he's taking for every single turn. See, I think there should be a limit, like not per move per turn. For example, I think there should be 2 minutes max per turn. Even if, like, for example, it stops if you go search for energy, that's fine. But if you're just sitting here, the timer should keep going down and there shouldn't be a separate timer from it. Like, I get it, yeah, this game's meant for all ages, but just giving them an extreme amount of time can literally just be them being trolls. And I think that's what a lot of people who played Lost Deck are, just trolls, because I've never seen anyone, like... It seems like it's more like you're just wasting time than you are actually playing the game. That's why I don't like Lost Deck. Or Lost Box. Switch card. That can come in handy next turn. So now I can get rid of Kingwar, and I can actually swap him to my bench, and that should allow me to heal 30 damage for him as well. So the hero kit that I just attached to Glaceon V allows me to just basically, it's one of these cards that is only a one-time use. It's called a, I don't remember what they exactly call it. I think it's called, it says on the side, but I can't really read it. Anyway. Basically, you can only have one of those cards in your deck. They have stuff like Master Balls where you can search your deck for any Pokemon you want with no repercussions or no setbacks. And then you can add to your hand. There's a couple other ones as well. Like they have ones where you can deal extra damage to Pokemon EX if you have attached to a Pokemon. So he puts... Okay, so he has Mew on his bench. So let's see what he does here. He's probably going to use Call for Family if I detach. Or either he that or go stupid with Scorch-Screw Punch. But I think Call for Family would be a better option. The only thing that sucks about that is you can't add Going to his hand because it only lets you search for basic Pokemon. Definitely is taking a long time with a lot of this. So he has Earthen Vessel. For those who didn't know what Earthen Vessel is, it lets you discard 1 card from your hand in order to add 2 basic energy from your deck to your hand. So he's going to do that, obviously. But I'm questioning why he would get rid of a energy for... I guess it's more of a 1-for-1 because you get 2 energies for the price of 1. So you technically do end up with 1 plus more energy. He could have used this. I think he could have used this a while ago. I'm surprised he has both of them in his graveyard right now. So using Call for Family is going to let him add to his... Okay, put on the bench. So he's allowed to put a base Pokemon from his hand to his bench and then shuffle his deck. So I need to keep an eye out for Glingo if he shows up. But Lily is going to be the only match we got because he's taking a long time per turn. So he puts Manaphy... Oh, okay, so I can't deal damage to his bench Pokemon with Manaphy on the bench. That's fine. I can't use Switch Cart. Oh, okay, so I need to get rid of it. I didn't realize that. That's what I get for half looking. Switch Cart only works if it's a basic Pokemon, so I can't really do anything with that. However, I can do this. Attach another energy to Kingler. We're actually going to use 3 energy to retreat. We're actually going to put the Glaceon back up front. This is just to make sure that we don't get boned later on. So we're going to go Icicle Shot, does 180. And if he survived it, he's allowed to switch his Pokemon during his next turn unless with an item card. So now he's down to 1. He has 6 prize cards, I have 1. So I get another water energy. So I'm guessing probably my last card is either a Glaceon V or a Quaxley. So he's got 1 turn to make this count. Unfortunately, even if he does manage to get Glingo out there, I think I still win this. Although I do think some Pokemon, for example, I don't think Gimmighoul should be counted as a Psychic Pokemon when it's like that. Because it doesn't make any sense. Why would a Psychic Pokemon evolve to a Steel Pokemon? Or they should have made a Dual type thing. But I think, yeah, Glingo's I guess because psychic counts as ghost, but that to me that's just still weird. Like I don't understand. Like it just makes it harder for you to use gaming and Glingo together because one psychic, one steel, and once you evolve it, all your energy has to be steel. So putting a psychic energy on him in the first place wouldn't even work. You'd be better off just using a steel deck and then using steel energy instead of using steel and psychic energy. So he puts giving one on his bench. I'm guessing because he only put one on his bench. That's all he's got left. Letter of encouragement. Uses only Pokemon last turn. Should have 3 basic or put everything. Okay, so he's last turn deck for 3 basic energy and put him into his hand and shuffle his deck. But it only works if I knocked out his Pokemon last turn. So what's his strategy now? If he does have Glingo in his hand, he can actually end my Glaceon, but I don't think he does have one. The only thing is the way I could see him get out of this, at least for the turn, would be to swap to Mew EX, but it wouldn't matter because I can do 180 or 220 next turn, which would knock out Mew anyway. Nothing else on his bench can even take that shot. And then it doesn't matter why I knocked out anyway because I only got one prize card left. Oh, look, it even told me what I drew before I drew. Wait, Chet's the Fludge. Okay, so if he got ahead, he would be able to prevent all damage, but that was a hell of a gamble card. So I'm going to just put it down. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to use Crystal Star. It deals 220 damage, and if it didn't end the game, he would not have been able to deal any damage to Glaceon V-Star next turn. So I take my last prize card, and that is it. That's actually probably one a lengthier but an easier match that I've had. This is casual, so I'm playing range lately, so I guess it's not crazy. It's too bad Glingo only got to attack me once and only did 100 damage. I forgot to check my battle pass, actually. Alright, well, she got both our things, but I'm actually going to check one more thing before I just do that. I'm going to see if it's still working. No, it's shit. Alright, that's fun. Can I even input the, like, do I have to type? Can I even type? Oh, I can type. That's kind of stupid. I didn't think I could, because it looked like it was blurred out. Alright, alright, I guess we'll do this then. We're going to go back over to expansions, and I'm going to look at the top 3 cards of this, of these here. So here I've got Sun, Moon, Burning Shadows, Vivid Voltage, and a V-Power Stain, which I can probably use regardless. So we're going to look into our gallery. And we're going to check all of these. So I have Burning Shadows, which is Sun and Moon. So we're going to go down a little bit. Celestial Storm. Burning Shadows I need more of. And Vivid Voltage. Vivid Voltage I have... Where's Vivid Voltage? I guess Voltage is higher up. Yeah, Vivid Voltage I need more of too. So we're going to manually input these cards so I can get rid of the codes. So let's see here. I have to manually do this because the damn camera's not acting right. Hang on, I gotta move stuff on my desk so I can actually reach my keyboard. Alright. So, first code is 44N WL 7J RG6 WML. Okay, it's probably that's not a valid code for whatever reason. WL 7J R. Oh, I screwed up. Hang on. Can I actually? I can do that. Is that it? I think I hit. Let's get rid of the 8. That should do it. There we go. A little stubborn. It's fine. 7JV WZRQ H62 LY6. It didn't even go in, did it? Christ. Then put that all again. Okay, that is the Burning Shadows I should go through, yes. And the last one's Vivid Voltage, so we're going to RPC X7KQ62R. Seems like a small code. Did I accidentally put in not enough? That was weird. Let's try it again. RPC X7KQ 26G62R. Okay, it did go through. All right, so we're gonna open these. We're gonna open up these packs, see if there's anything interesting in them. Make sure I rip these so they go through. If they go through, because I want to try to use them again, not being able to. Okay, so the first thing we got is this Eternatus, which was back in the older TCG was actually really good because you could attach a dark energy from your hand on your bench Pokemon for almost no energy whatsoever. We got 2 packs left of Burn Moon 20 shells. We have Wimpod, Buffalint, Seadra, Wobbuffet, Prismatic, and a Raichu. With Voltage, we have a Wooper, which I have most of, a Seedot, an Energy I have max of, a Cottony, and an Exploud. So not terrible. I think I redeemed 1 or 2 cards. That's not bad. Alright, now we're going to go into and we're going to grab this stuff here. Most likely going to give us something interesting. Alright, cool. We hit tier 26. Now we get some extra stuff. Alright, so we get 50 of these coins, which I hardly ever use, 25 credits, and 1 Temporal Forces booster pack. We have Lickitung, Haunter, Mudsdale, Arbok, Ancient Great Tusk, and Melmetal, which I had now a max of Melmetal. I don't think I got any cards that I had before. Alright, cool. Alright, so that was only 1 match, but it was actually pretty nice. So that's going to do for this video. Thank everyone for watching. I'm on the road to 450 subscribers. Once I do, I will be doing a playthrough of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Blind, or Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity Blind. So let's get up there, and we'll get up there to 450. This is the Pokemon Fan 1993 signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take